What's up, guys? So now we'll talk about Crash Bandicoot Warped. When I was little, I played the game the least out of the Insane trilogy. I think I only played the first world for some reason. I did not like the game. When most people loved the game, I guess it was just not for me at the time. It came out on October 31st, 1998. It sold nearly 6 million units. It was one of the best-selling PlayStation 1 games of all time. It was the third game for Crash Bandicoot. It was developed by Naughty Dog. It was published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was included in the Insane trilogy in June of 2017. When I first played the game, I did not have any opinion because I was only 7 years old. Well, am I supposed to have a whole essay about the game? But when I returned to the Crash franchise in 2020 after Crash Bandicoot 4's About Time was announced, I played through the entire trilogy. But when I played Crash Bandicoot Warped, I thought it was the worst Crash Bandicoot game in the original trilogy. It was way more easier than the past two games. I thought it was as easy as a Mario game. P.S. That's pretty easy and not regular platforming levels. It's not enough in my opinion. Too much vehicle levels in my opinion. Production began on the game on January 1998. Naughty Dog only had 10 and a half months. Universal only gave them 10 and a half months to make a full-blown game. I'm gonna say the games, usually good games without the many glitches, usually take 2 years. And they have to do this for 4 years, counting all of the Crash games they made. They treated them poorly, including Insomniac Games when they were making Spyro. I heard there's a story that they did not pay for air conditioning for the game. I will get into this in a later video, maybe in a Crash Bandicoot documentary for Crash's 25th anniversary. Who knows what I can do? I will review the game on the Insane trilogy. Reception was good for IGN. Gave it a 9.1 out of 10. GameSpot gave it a 8.9 out of 10. But was the price worth it? Let's find out. The game takes place right after the second game. When Cortex's ship lands, it frees Uka Uku and Aku Aku's twin brother. And Cortex, Uka Uka, and N-Trophy team up to defeat Crash and Coco and Uka Uka. And now Crash and Coco need to gather 25 crystals to stop Cortex, Uka Uka, and N-Trophy from getting them. Each world has 5 levels, and each world you can go to different time periods. There's also vehicle levels. The Coco vehicle levels, I have stuff to say about those levels later. But I guess I'm just gonna say it now. The vehicle levels in general, I hate how it controls. I think it's too much of them in the game. It feels so weird. It's so hard to get all the boxes. Some of these placements are so hard to get. It's like right next to the bombs. I'm always just getting blown up so many times. It's like a worse version of Crash Team Racing. It's just like these were practicing for CTR. The vehicle levels just get boring too fast. I'm not saying there should not be vehicle levels in the game. It's just too much in my opinion. But let's just stop being negative for a little while. The music is good. It has the most iconic Crash Bandicoot soundtracks. It's not my favorite. Mine is Crash from Insanity. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but in my opinion, y'all should listen to both on Spotify. The main theme for Warp is iconic. Everyone who has played Crash Bandicoot Warp to a sounds knows it or heard it. Sometimes I just listen to it because I want to. I just want to sometimes. The voice acting is still good. Lex Lang is good as Cortex as usual, but he does not have enough screen time in the game or in the original trilogy. All the villains in the original trilogy don't have enough screen time. I barely get to know them. And there is the levels. There are night levels, dinosaur levels, future levels. There's also levels where you need a light. And there's also so many iconic Crash characters that get introduced in this game. N-Trophy, Tiny Tiger, Dingodile, Uka Uka, and the bosses are good to every character. I just said has a boss battle. Every single one I just said, including Engine. All the bosses are good in the game. A lot of people say Engines is the hardest, but it was not that hard. I might have died a little bit, but that's just I'm just a pro gamer. A little bit. But there's also another problem with the game. It's way too easy. It is no way as hard as the first and the second game. A lot of other Crash games, like Crash Bandicoot for It's About Time, is way hard. And sometimes I just get furious. But I like how hard some of these games are. I like playing hard games. It makes me so happy when I overcome these challenges. In these games, and making it just this easy defeats the feeling I have when I play Crash games. It just gets boring after a while. This might be the game's biggest flaw in my opinion, and it will impact the score I will give it in this game. Also, in the 100% ending, Cortex, Uka Uku, and End Trophy get banished to past. It's the ending, so I guess I'm just going to tell you that right now. This was also the first Crash Bandicoot game to have relics. There are Sapphire relics, Gold relics, and Platinum relics. Sapphire is just a reward, basically telling your kids that they tried. Gold relics are more better. That's all you need for 100% completion. But not in Crash 4. I will review that game in the future. There are also Platinum relics. You do not need it for 100% completion. It's just for bragging rights. Not in Crash 4 though. There are also how the game looks. The graphics. In Crash Bandicoot Warped, the game on PS4 Pro and PS5 is 1440p, 30 FPS. PS4 is 1080p 30 FPS, Xbox is 1080p 30 FPS, like base PS4, Xbox is full on 4K 30 FPS, Switch docked is 720p 30 FPS, portable is 480p 30 FPS. The game looks okay on Nintendo Switch. On PC, the max FPS is 60. Xbox Series X is 30 FPS resolution, and it's 4K. The Xbox Series X looks washed out a little though. So that was Crash Bandicoot Warped. A lot of people say this is their favorite Crash game. It's not for me though. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it's just not for me really. It might be the third worst Crash game I played. I played Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, Crash Bandicoot Warped, Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, Crash Team Racing Nitro Field, Crash Bandicoot After Cortex, and Crash Insanity. I would rate it higher than Twin Sanity, but it's glitches, so I would not rate it lower than Twin Sanity. And I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but it's my opinion. It kind of my show, so this is my opinion, and only I can change it. So I'm going to give this game a 6.9 out of 10. Same thing I said. This is my opinion, so I'm sorry to all the diehard fans of this game who thinks this game is a masterpiece. 10 out of 10. If something gets 1 out of 10, and good for them, but I think it's close to mediocre. So now I will get into a lot of hate for this video, but I do not care. Sorry, I've not posted for a while. I just need a break. Ever since I made the A Goofy movie review and an extremely goofy movie review, and I just needed a break. And I know I've got a lot of breaks, but I'm sorry. I was just lazy. A lot of this channel has been slow lately. I've been slowly working on this video, slowly writing the script, slowly doing work for the channel. But today I just decided to spend a ton of hours working on this video. I've been working on this video since like 8 o'clock, and now it's 3:43 a.m. I'm kind of not tired somehow. But I will try to release 2 videos every weekday, at least up until my birthday. Then after a couple of days, I will get back to schedule. But start being a little bit shorter videos, so expect that to everyone. So I gotta say, have a good day, and everyone subscribe, like the channel, and turn on post notifications to I'm not gonna say it on here, bro. They kind of get cringy after a while. But I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Bye.